across Africa and around the world. My name is Smart Mado Ajaja. I'm the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now at ONN, and the Nightingale Radio International. From Houston, Texas, United States of America, it is 1:48 p.m. Central Standard Time here. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good whatever it is, wherever you are on the surface of this earth. Today, I am sending a message to President-elect of the United States, Donald J. Trump, ahead of his inauguration. And what I am demanding is for action on Nigeria, something that Joe Biden refused to do for whatever reason it is. But Donald Trump, you ran on the platform of morality. Yes, and you have touched a lot of things that are problems in Nigeria, in line with your America First policy or rhetoric. Yes, Nigerian politicians is the reason that this message is inspired. Nigerian politicians have stolen their country blind. They have destroyed everything about that country. The people in that country live below poverty line because of the wanton fleecing of the country by its corrupt and morally bankrupt, treasonous political class. So, I am on behalf of 250 million Nigerians making this very passionate appeal to you to place a blanket ban on all Nigerian politicians without exception. I mean a blanket ban on all Nigerian politicians without exception. I repeat again, President Donald Trump, please embargo the entry of all Nigerian politicians into the United States. Yes, a lot of them have money stolen from Nigeria here in the United States. So they have no right to come and enjoy their loot from Nigeria here in the United States. So they should and must be made to stay in Nigeria to deal with the consequences of the choices that they made to destroy their country. This is the reason I am making this appeal. Immediately after your inauguration, we are going to come to formally talk to you about what is taking place and the names of the agents. Yes, they have agents here with which they loot Nigerians. So the FBI can jump in and investigate the Nigerians that we are going to present to you, their list of those who act on their behalf here in the United States. Yes, so that is the reason we are appealing to you. We congratulate you. We congratulate you for your landslide victory. We believe that your victory will be victory for Africa. And you know what? If votes were to be tabulated, the vote cast in Africa, you would have come out a huge winner in Africa. So the African poor people, the African, especially those who profess Christianity, they are hinging their hopes on you because of what they go through in Africa, especially in Nigeria, where people are being exterminated by religious extremists. Yes, it is taking place. And it might interest you to know that the rogue vice president of Nigeria is a Boko Haram extremist that you must not deal with. In fact, the government in Nigeria is a pariah government that the United States must never have anything to do with. Yes, under your leadership. So I know that you came with a Christian rhetoric. You came with the rhetoric of morality. Nigerians are very happy with the way you are dealing with the LGBT issue and the issue of gay, which has become a problem and a magnifying problem in that part of Africa and Africa all over. So they are looking up to you for some serious leadership here. So we believe and hope that you will not disappoint them. So Donald J. Trump, Africans are calling on you. And I have decided to be their voice here in the United States. And will be articulating what they need from the United States. We are not asking, they say they are not asking you to give them money. They are not asking you to give them aid. What they are asking you is for your help to help curb the activities of corrupt politicians and religious extremists operating inside Nigeria right now. Yes, that is the reason I am delivering this message to you ahead of your inauguration. Yes, we wish you the very best and look forward to partnering with you to bring in justice to the world. We believe you can do it, especially hinging on your American first policy. We are looking forward to working very closely with you. Nigeria cannot, it's too strategic to be a poor country. Nigeria is too strategic to be a hub for terrorism. So, and I know that the good of Nigeria that has become a recruiting ground for terrorists and criminals and we have the list of all those who are masterminds of terrorism in Nigeria that the government, the corrupt government of the day is so afraid of. Our national security has been jeopardized. Our military is no longer the military of the Nigerian people, but the military of terrorists. So this is the reason why you must be very careful dealing with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It might interest you too that Bola Ahmed Tinubu once lived in the United States. He lived in Illinois and helped, but was doing illegal commercial drug business between Illinois and Indiana. To be very specific, Gary, Indiana. And I don't need to tell you about the state of Gary, Indiana today. Drug destroyed community. This man destroyed a lot of American lives through his illicit drug sales. So you must be very, 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 very careful dealing with him. He was prosecuted here and made to pay fine of nearly 500,000 US dollar. Yes, before he was asked to leave here. Instead of jailing him, they allowed him leave. He became something else in Nigeria, became a state governor in Nigeria for 8 years. And then from there, he had the audacity to want to run and became from the back doors the president of Nigeria. What a shame of a country. What a shame of a people. So that is the reason why when this election of yours was coming up, Nigerians were all out, campaigning and putting pressure on us who live here in the United States to ensure that you became winner of the election. Well, I did not vote for you, but eventually you had your way. You fought a system and defeated that system. So you must use that venom to come after all the criminalities that are taking place. All those who bring illicit money into the United States have no reason, have no business being here. And so the U.S. must not allow them on their soil. I am telling you, and I'm reiterating the demand for banning all Nigerian politicians, from the smallest councillor to the highest in Nigeria. They have no business being in the United States after destroying their country. So that is why I am making this point. Hey, David, how are you? You are from the UK. Yes. What I'm Colin, your country, UK, is a problem to Nigeria because they don't want Nigeria to stand as a country. They don't want Nigeria to be that country that Nigeria should be. Your leadership, I didn't say you, your leadership, your political leadership in the United Kingdom is the reason Nigeria has been divided and so terribly warped in everything. So I hope some senses, and I know that a young woman in the opposition leader who has blood ties with Nigeria is talking already. She's speaking. We hope someone like that becomes the next prime minister of the UK, so we can rein in these criminals operating and destroying Nigeria. So thank you very much, Lloyd. Yes, so I am speaking specifically to the United States right now, where I live, that they must not allow Nigerian politicians in this country anymore. A good number of them are the masterminds of Boko Haram, ISWAP, and all Al-Qaeda. Yes, and new terrorist groups are coming up in Nigeria every day. Why? Because there is a class in Nigeria that does not want the good of Nigeria. They want to destroy Nigeria. They want to make Nigeria vulnerable to all kinds of things. They want to turn Nigeria into another sprawling Somalia in Africa. And we are saying no. So the only help we seek from the United States and other countries where they take Nigeria's stolen money to, is to stop them from getting into the United States and stop them from getting into any other country that has become destinations for their illicit money. They should be made to face consequences for their theft, for their wanton looting of their country's economy, for their destruction of its educational system, for their destruction of the country's infrastructure. The country that is supposed to be one of the richest countries on earth has some of the poorest people. That is disgusting. That is unacceptable. And that is the reason why I am making this broadcast, demanding ahead of time to Donald Trump to understand that this is a big problem. If Nigeria has become, as it is right now, has become a breeding ground for breeding terrorists, he must put the terrorists, those who mastermind them, keep them at bay. Let them stay inside Nigeria and face the Nigerian people. So the United States, under the leadership of Donald Trump, must not do what Biden did for the 4 years he was in power. He must not do the same nasty thing Obama did when he was in power. I am believing that Donald Trump is going to be a great president. I am believing that he's going to be a president that will be driven by morality. I am believing that he will be a president that will be not meddlesome, that will not be so meddlesome on issues about Africa. I want to believe that Donald Trump, through his America First policy, we want Africa to develop and drive its own destiny. So this is the reason why we are calling on Donald Trump today, ahead of his inauguration, to have this as a top priority when he comes on board, to stop all Nigerian politicians, all of them, no, without exception, from coming into the United States. Ban them and stop them. And we will work with the FBI. We will work with the FBI to produce a list of Nigerian politicians who have stolen Nigerian money and invested them here in the United States. They have cronies, they have Nigerian acolytes with whom they do this. We will investigate and supply all the information about all the people who front for them for illicit money. So you will know how to curb them. Today, I am calling on Donald Trump preemptively to put Nigeria on a top priority. He must look at the U.S. foreign policy on Nigeria and do the adjustment that he needs to do. That no Nigerian politician, no Nigerian politician, no Nigerian political office holder must be allowed again into this country. They have stolen. None of them is free of the theft. All of them have stolen from Nigeria to invest here and in Europe while destroying their own country. Our country, millions of Nigerians as we speak, go to bed on empty stomachs. Millions of Nigerians cannot stand up to make a demand on their government. They turn the army loose. They turn the police loose. They turn the DSS loose, killing and maiming the people. Yes, these are supposed to be Nigeria's security forces that are supposed to be defending the country's territorial integrity. But what do? They defend the politicians against the people. They kill the people in quantum on behalf of the political class. And so, they must not. The politicians in Nigeria are stinky, they are filthy, they are dirty, they are treasonous, they are corrupt, they are morally bankrupt, and so have no right to step their stinking feet in the soil of any country that is organized, on any country that has vision for its people. These people, their vision is to destroy Nigeria and these people and its people. So therefore, they should not be allowed inside the United States anymore. And I believe that Donald Trump will be a man who will stand, and I know that he is intolerant of terrorists and terrorism. So that is a huge plus that we believe that will be exploited for the good of Africa and the good of the world. Because if Africa is taken over by terrorists, I don't think the world will be free. Yes, remember Bin Laden. Remember the Twin Tower. Remember September 11. Yes, they came from somewhere to bomb the United States, to take the country unawares and destroyed thousands of lives. Yes, it happens from places like Nigeria. They have a lot of, they have a foothold on the entire north of Nigeria. All the traditional rulers in the north of Nigeria have something to do with terrorism. They know. All the members of the political class in Nigeria from the north of Nigeria, yes, have something to do. They are the masterminds of terrorism in Nigeria. So the government, the rogue government in power is a product of the masterminds of terrorism. Are you aware, Donald Trump, that the vice president, rogue vice president, I call him, of Nigeria, has something to do with Boko Haram? He was working with Bazoum. Yes, the immediate past president, Muhammadu Buhari, was the grand commander of Boko Haram. Yes, that was why he was so hot when Bazoum was overthrown. And you know what I'm talking about. This current rogue vice president is a product. How can terrorists have a stake in Nigeria? How can they be holders in Nigeria's political affairs? So that is how bad. And it might interest you too that the current Minister of Defense of Nigeria is a bandit and a terrorist. Yes. So, and they want Nigeria to be secure. How can that country be secure? So that is the reason why I am calling on behalf of 250 million Nigerians that you immediately on assumption of office should put an embargo, yes, travel embargo into the United States on all Nigerian politicians. Let them sit down inside Nigeria and deal with the consequences of their choices. And all their assets here, we will work diligently with the FBI and other security agencies in this country to unearth them so the country will seize them. They stole them. They stole them. They are thieves. They don't have any good intention for the United States. They will bring evil here. So be on notice about these criminals. They have been doing it for a very long time. They have destroyed our country. Our country cannot boast of anything. We can't even boast of drinking water, good drinking water. We can't boast of good roads. We can't boast of good educational facilities. We can't boast of healthcare. So why should Nigeria be existing as a sovereign state with all these anomalies? They brought hell upon our country. So Donald J. Trump, this is an agenda. This is what the Nigerian people want you to do. We are not looking for aid. We are not looking for money. We are not looking for any other thing. Curb the inflow of these criminals into the United States. Yes, they come from Nigeria. They come here to enjoy electricity. They come here to enjoy good roads. They come here to enjoy the good health care. But they give nothing, absolutely nothing, to their people back home. They are bad leaders. They are evil. And if permitted, they will destroy this country. So the politicians from Nigeria, I am telling you, they should be banned from coming into the United States. That is the essence of this message. And I believe that you will take it in and run with it, because these people mean no good. Everywhere they go is destruction. They no, I don't understand why some citizens of a country will just wake up with a mission to destroy their country. I envy you when you say America first. I cannot say that about Nigeria. Yeah, and nobody is saying that for Nigeria. They come to destroy and not to fix. They have come to make Nigeria worse than it ever has been. Nigeria has never been this bad, where people, millions, and not just 1, 2, 3, 4, not 10,000. I am telling you, as we speak, millions of Nigerians are going to bed on empty stomachs. Some drink water to go to bed. Mothers now find ways to lie to their children that they are fasting in their churches in order to help them get by with questions that the children are bombarding them with. What kind of a country is that? That is not a country as it stands right now. We want Nigeria to be whole, and we want to partner strategically with the United States and any other country that has the interest of Nigeria at heart to make it work, to make it happen. Nigeria is in trouble. Nigeria is in a dire strait. We can make it happen. We need your help in that direction. The only help we need from you is to ensure that these criminals are never given the opportunity of coming into this country with their stolen money. Yes, that is what we are asking Donald Trump. We believe you can do that for Africa. We believe you can do that for Nigeria. Do it for us. Stop them from coming into the United States, because before long they will destroy this country. Yes, they have their fangs. They have their allies. Those who help them keep money. Those who help them exploit opportunities here in the United States to hide stolen money. Those who help them invest stolen money into the United States economy. They have no right to do that after they destroy Nigeria. So they should be made to stay in Nigeria, like the poor, suffering, and defenseless Nigerians, to suffer the consequences of the choices that they have made. Thank you. And if you listen to this broadcast, please help us share it. And if you're just joining us for the first time, please subscribe and distribute. Ask us questions, and we will be more than happy, to respond to your question. Bye for now, and have a good New Year.